How's it going, guys? Chris back here again with some more Historic Brawl. Today, we're looking at Gyox, Brutal Carnivora. He's an alchemy guy that slipped past my radar. And I kind of wanted to try him out because he is sneakily good in blue-black tribes that don't have a lot of members. So we are a tribal deck. An Ooze tribal deck. And our plan of action is to let him conjure copies of our creatures into our deck. Opponent's not too quick on the draw, so we're just gonna rude opponent. Guess it can't be helped. Temple of Melody actually lines up very well. You control dies, okay. So his second ability will only trigger on creatures we control. We can put an oil counter on anything, but we only get copies of Get down a blob. We make an ooze. You, never creature has about. Okay. He helps out with oozes. I think I just want this. And, let's. Continue making blobs. Eventually, we'll have enough oozes to overrun our opponent. That's the plan, but I don't know if it's going to work. Our opponent has proliferated out of control. I think we have to exile our thing, and then we conjure the duplicates into the deck. Which means it's a little bit rough for reanimation, but ouch, ouch. I think we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We just get as big of a blob as we can. We just make more ooze. I don't know. The first time I looked at this guy, I probably thought he was not amazing. GG. That there be the game. And then I thought, looking at it a second time, it could be fun. I don't know, though. I don't know. His ability is a little bit difficult to trigger. And putting oil counters on things that don't need oil counters It's not that easy, and it is also not that profitable. So there's probably a better way to build a slime travel deck, like a mono green version that's just the storm slime, and you cast a bunch of spells, and you get a bunch of copies of it. Like that's probably where it's at, but we're not out yet. We're not out yet. We have at least another attempt, probably another two if they all go that fast, to actually get some slime value going, or some ooze. They're oozes in Magic, but colloquially in Fantasy, they're more recognizable as slimes, right? Opponent is an Augur deck. There are some commanders that you look across the battlefield and you see and you know that they can kill you without any warning, and Augur is one of them. He's a well-known murderer. Necrobloom comes down first because... or Necroblossom. And then Blooming Marsh, and we can get our first ooze down. Yeah, there's no way for it to line up. But we might as well get our commander down a turn early. This way, if they kill him, we get some value out of it at least. Although with Esper combinations and Neural dies is a bit of a risky keyword because there's no guarantee that something's gonna die. Get in for 2. Add some oil to our jelly. But I believe ochre is a color, and I believe it's that color right there. For those of you who do not know. This is a bit of a weird word, even in the English language. I think I want to go back up to 7 cards, if possible. Just swing out. Yeah, probably the artifact and enchantment one is the one I care about. So we have a duplicate of our commander now. It gets +X, where X is the number of oil counters on it. So he's an interesting way to get multiple copies of a card in a singleton format. And while I haven't thought on him too much, I'm sure there's something, well, there at least should be something rather interesting that you could do with it. Because conjured copies of a card, like, they don't function as tokens, so you can't go down the route of the doubling season shenanigans with them. But there are certain cards that are kind of just locked out of the format because they either require multiple copies or they just don't make sense in context, or they're kind of underpowered as utilized with a single copy, right? Like, there are certain tribes that you can't adequately build around at the moment in Historic Brawl because they just don't work. This is a good ramp hand. And we got a slimy boy. I do like me a slimy boy. We didn't put it on our black source first, so we're kind of screwed on black mana for a minute. We do want to outramp Windgrace if possible. I'll take it. Put an oil counter. We need 2 for this to become an actual rock, but it does kind of line up with our oil-based synergies, so I'm not too worried about it not being around. Got our first counter. Our opponent's commander should be cutting down too. Theirs is much later in the curve, so it's a little... I don't know, Soul of Windgrace has been described as a pretty powerful creature, but he's also not exceptionally... We just go about a little bit of thinning. Get another black source. Probably 2 black sources, because we are just green flooded. Add an oil counter. So we're weakening Windgrace, bit by bit. Maybe. World Spell, okay. That could be bad. Yep, it jumped to 3, so they get 2 non-saga permanents. Vorinclex and Great Henge. That is insane value. Gonna have to key to the city, key to the archive, something good. So I want something that can remove an enchantment, or something that can remove an artifact, or no block. Just a straight wrath. And Regress doesn't do anything. That kills the boy, but probably just better. Creature? Five completion tokens. Uh-huh. Yeah, we kind of want to reduce Windgrace as low as possible. We do need a Wrath. I guess we just freed the commander. He gets to the end of the battlefield, commander again. Phial should be able to actually help us out here. And then we'll also get a card off completion. Why did we automatically choose the land? The least toughness, okay. Did they have a tie for the least toughness last time? I don't think so. Maybe we didn't actually choose. Phyla. Yeah, we're gonna have to find something good. You would draw where you have no cards in hand. Okay, so we can actually get this effect twice if we draw well. Can I get this? If you would draw a card while you have no cards in hand, draw 2 cards instead. Yes, we could. So we need to spin these 2, which... Great. Was going to anyways. Destroy all non-dragons. And we'll draw a card. Draw 2 more. Get a blob. And, play a heart. Opponent. Now they have the Saga, so they're gonna have at least 2 blockers, unfortunately. Gitrog was not the blocker I was expecting, but he is a good one. I haven't seen Phial do much, but it is actually pretty powerful when you give it a chance. The Hot Seas. Not do that. Doesn't really matter. Predatory Sludge. Choose a permanent you don't control when choosing battlefield. That's the turn. Ooh. No, that doesn't sack. This has been a pretty good game. Like, we had to top deck our raft to actually get it there, but it was fairly reasonable. I wonder if there's a way you could build a deck in which for every... you could basically cast every 2 cards you draw. Ew. Fight rigging, why? You just have to love cycles in Magic the Gathering. Because there's always a cycle of things. And there's always one card in the cycle that is laughably more usable than the other ones. Sure. Take my Nyx. I didn't need it anyways. I was gonna sack it anyways. Get double black. Land in hand. Why did I have a land in hand? Draw me a card, would you? Ooze? Okay, Ooze. Ooze is a good start. Legendary creature becomes a god. Uh... We're dead. But we did prevent Nissa from ultimating. which is all we could really ask for. My Paragon or Penregan died because I wrath the board. Primeval Bounty. I think these two are adding up to 12 by themselves. And then this is just bonus. GG opponent. We're out of time, I didn't realize. Either way, thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy, remember to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.